Because I think you can ask anyone in the world of VR and they will probably default to the Meta Quest 2. And this is for multiple reasons. Most of us who just want to get a good taste of VR don't want to have to spend $1,000 on something like a Valve Index, and some of us don't even have the PC to run it, which adds even more cost to the VR setup. For this reason, the market for standalone VR headsets has grown rapidly, and VR has been getting increasingly more valuable for mass adoption. And with the release of the original Oculus Quest back in 2019, the standalone market has shown what it is capable of. And these days, there are plenty of options for standalone VR, with some of those options costing more than others. But if you want to get into VR for the first time and get a taste of what it is like without breaking the bank, there is really only one headset, as of making this video, that shines the brightest: the Quest 2. For only 449 European money units where I live at least, the value for money is relatively high. Coming with a powerful Snapdragon XR2 chip, this headset really packs a punch for the price. Standalone apps run smoothly, and the usage of the headset is well polished and easy to learn. With the original Quest being the benchmark, the Quest 2 truly is an upgrade from what wowed me personally back in the day. Combine this with pretty solid tracking and the capability to hook up a gaming PC, and you got yourself a nifty little package for the entry-level VR enthusiast. Now, of course, there are other options around the same price category. For example, I recently took a look at the newer, somewhat more quirky Pico 4. And this headset is a really good look at what we can start expecting in the VR hardware space for the lower price standalone market. But where it shines in some features, it also kind of lacks in others. For example, the controllers are quite different in shape, and some people prefer to have capacitive touch sensors on their buttons and joysticks, something the Pico 4's controllers, for instance, do not have. Probably the most noticeable reason for me personally as to why I would recommend this headset to new VR users is the obvious size of the game library and the support around it. The one feature that makes a standalone VR headset is the ability to play VR games without the need for other hardware. And to fully utilize that feature, a standalone headset should have plenty of games to work with right out of the box. Having been in the space of standalone VR for a little while now, Meta, for instance, has built up quite the library of games. But when I tried something like the Pico 4, I noticed I felt the need to lean on my PC for getting the most out of the headset. Something else that really helps with the purchase decision for me would be the third-party accessories. And with stores being emptied of their Quest 2 stock, it is only natural that this headset received all the love from third-party developers and their products. During the 2 years that it has aged like a fine wine in the VR market, these products plopped up out of multiple angles to provide things like audio options or head strap and facial interface replacements. And I'm sure Pico's game library will expand and third-party products will emerge as time goes on, but the Quest 2 just had quite the head start, and for around about the same money, it is a very appealing choice for those not looking to dive too deep into the world of VR hardware. Now, let's say you have too much European money units. The choices for VR headsets start to grow, and in the near future, things like the Vive XR Elite or Pimax products will be some of the many higher-end headsets you can choose from. Not only this, but Meta will reveal their successor to the Quest 2, and things like the Pimax Portal will start to float around the market. Soon, then, the choice for entry-level VR will be expanded upon as well. But for the last 2 years, there just has always been one VR headset for all. A somewhat reliable source of games with a plethora of third-party accessories and side quest titles. A relatively cheap, relatively powerful, and overall solid choice for anyone, anywhere. And even after 2 years, to this current day, I would still recommend the Meta Quest 2.